Number 3 tip I have, you want to build this pod-based gym. Super efficient use of space. Don't buy a squat rack. Don't buy a squat rack. It just takes up too much square footage. But you want a lot of advantages that a squat rack provides. So the number 3 thing I say is install a wall mount pull-up bar. This is great. People can do pull-ups. You can use it as an anchor point. You can do a lot of exercise, but you also preserve all this space that doesn't get taken up by uprights like you would if you had a squat rack. So a nice strong pull-up bar. This one is from Titan Fitness. I paid about $120 for this. You bolt it into the wall. Obviously make sure you find the studs. But it's just bulletproof. You can adjust its width. There's little bolts here if you want it narrower or wider. And it's a great anchor point. You can see we have stuff hanging off of it. We got bands. Got all sorts of stuff here, and it's a great, great feature. But it does that, and it preserves all this wall space. So you could have a bench here. You can move things out of the way. You could store kettlebells here without taking up that space like a squat rack would. One more thing, as you're building this, make sure you have enough space between your pull-up bar and the ceiling. The first time I installed this, I only had about 6 inches of space. I did my first pull-up, hit myself in the head, and it reminded me that I was a dumbass. So that's great. Anyways, yeah, I think about 2 feet between the ceiling and here, if the ceiling is low. But basically, the way I think about it, take a 6-foot tall guy, 6'2", have him reach up, and that's about where you want it. So I'm 6'4", so this is a little bit lower, but that way it's out of everybody's way. They don't get stabbed in the eye, but everybody can reach it. All right, so a wall-mounted pull-up bar or multiple. If you can have multiple of these pods, you're in good shape, okay? So that's number 3. Thanks so much for checking out these videos. I hope they're useful. We'll cover things like rehab, exercise, business model, progressions, layout, everything else that helps you build a clinic. So if you're interested, you can click here, there, to get more videos just like this.